Well, good day, everybody, and welcome back to the Camera Life Podcast Random Photography Show. It is Monday, the 17th of August. It just feels like August is flying by. All of a sudden, we're all over halfway through, and we're that little bit closer to the Bright Festival of Photography. I'm Greg.
You said it already. You said it.
I know.
You said it at the start. You couldn't even get into a minute into the show.
Oh, well. Like we said before we went live, it's our show. We'll do what we want.
That's right.
That's right. I'm Greg.
That's right.
This is the Camera Life Podcast. Joining me is Justin. How are you, mate?
I'm good. Really good. I was working on some BFOP stuff today, actually. Yeah, it's fun. Getting organised. But yeah, the clock is ticking. So we're desperately trying to make sure all of our ducks are in a row for the Bright Festival of Photography 2026. It's exciting.
Yeah, it won't be long. It's coming up very quickly. Actually, I was booking stuff for my workshops that I'm running now, and I was doing September and looking into October, and then I realized, well, it's literally just around the corner. Like,
there it is.
Before you know it. Yeah. Anyway, and of course, we'll be at BFOP this year, folks. We'll be at BFOP both as the Camera Life Podcast, coming to you live from Bright in the Alpine region of Victoria, and then we'll also be there as Lucky Straps, supporting our customers, hanging out with our mates, and showing the good people the quality of a Lucky Straps leather camera strap.
Best camera strap.
I've just done the ad read as well.
That's it. We're done now.
Oh, we're done. We can go home. Nah, we'll keep going. But folks, let's stick around.
We've got a topic to discuss, so we can't go yet.
We do have a topic. We might have. Stick around, folks. So today, tonight we're going to go through all the latest industry news, rumors, that sort of stuff. We do have a topic to discuss. We are looking at cats versus dogs. Of course, there is no competition because cats are better. And we're going to check out your images. We have a bucket load. That's a safe way to say it. I was going to use a profanity, but I won't. I'll leave that for later. But there's a bucket load of images. A shed load. Oh, I haven't used that for a while.
It's a good one.
It is a good one. It's an Aussie one. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. But before we get started, Justin, do you want to do a little want to add to my ad read, or are you happy with what I've done so far?
Nah, we'll talk about that later on. I think that suffices. Right. Everyone knows what we do and who we are and where you can buy the best camera straps on the planet. Use code Greg.
They should.
They should
use code Greg.
What I do want to do is read out Dennis's comment from 12:30 p.m. today, early, mega early. Dennis from the School of Light, Dennis Smith says, "Yeah, my 8 cats would make a pretty solid argument that they kick dogs' butts in the photogenic stakes." Okay. Okay.
We've already got a point for Team Greg.
We'll see. We'll do a poll later if I can figure out how to do a poll. Fermi says, "I'm glad I didn't forget this week. That's good to see you. Thanks for joining us." Richard Mars here. Good evening. Philip Johnson, greetings all. Happy Monday. Happy Monday to you, sir. John Latimer, evening all. Hope everyone had a great week. I've got 2 special needs dogs and a rescue cat, so I'm on the fence. No, that's technically 2 to 1. That's a point for the dogs. So if you had 2 rescue cats, you might be on the fence, but no, that's the numbers don't lie there, John.
Yeah, one cat is worth multiple dogs.
No, it's like 15 cats to 1 dog in terms of joy. Anyway, we'll get into that. Actually, I don't even know if that works. 15 cats would be terrifying.
I like 8. It's a nice even number. It's almost like a small battalion.
Wouldn't they need a leader as well? Like 8 plus a leader cat?
Oh yeah, you'd have to identify the leadership qualities amongst the group and elevate someone, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The most cattiest of them all, the one that swipes the most stuff off the bench.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one that doesn't take orders from anybody. Kanga, good to see you. Lucinda's here. Schmidt Shah, Rodney Nicholson, David Skinner, Paul. Hey, everyone. Hey, Paul. Greg Carrick says, feed up, latte at hand, all set to go. Latte? It's bloody... It's after dinner.
Are you working tonight, Crackers? Are you on the radio? Is that why?
Maybe you're a late latte.
He's a radio host.
Yeah.
He's a DJ.
Yeah, it's 9 coffees.
Wild hours. Yeah.
Rick Nelson, Twig Productions. Hope everyone had a great weekend. I did. Did everyone? Did you? Did you, Greg?
Yeah, I did. We'll get to that in a sec.
Yep. John Pickett, David Leparati, Phil Thompsons, Greg Stubbings, Dennis says dogs are dicks. No, they're not. No one said no one ever. You haven't met my puppy. He's not a dick at all. Phil Thompson votes dogs. Greg Carrick votes goats.
They are the goats.
Greg Stubbings, dogs. Digifrogs, dogs and frogs. Philip Johnson, wolf. That's a solid vote for the dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bit disappointed.
One more point to team. Two cats and one dog for Richard Miles. So that's 1 point to Team Greg. Damn it. Yeah. Dennis says the dynamics around our house is hilarious. Yeah, I can't even. That must just be like walking into an African safari park and just hoping you don't get taken down by whichever of the 8 cats is angry at you at that moment. Surely one of them's always angry.
No, I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's a fair assessment of cats. That's like saying, all dogs lick balls.
They do.
Well, the males one.
The male ones. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yelena says, a cat pissed in my shoe in front of me once. I remember when this happened. Like it looked at her while it did it.
Nice. They love the eye contact when they're being naughty.
And a dog has never done that to me. So there you go.
But a dog has peed on your floor at least once this weekend. At least once a day.
It's a puppy.
Cats don't do that. They come pre-cooked.
Ready to do it as a staging a protest as opposed to just an accident on the carpet.
That's
right. Richard Male says, considering the minimum battalion size in Australia is 550, that's a very small battalion, Greg.
I have no knowledge of military, so I was just plucking words. But thank you for my continued education.
Carrick's on the radio till 1 a.m. Wow, you do need coffee. Tweak Productions, sitting here editing airshow photos. Sent one in for tonight. Awesome. Did it come in time? Yep, got it.
I don't know. Did we? I don't know if I have Tweak's image.
We can check. I might be able to pull off a later
Maybe
edition.
it went to you, Jay.
Yeah, with this new system that we've got, we can't do the late submissions during the show. Oh no, I mean I haven't. Let me see. Where did it go? I can't see it either.
No, I didn't get an email.
If you give us a resend, we'll try and track it down.
We'll find it.
We're still working out the kinks for our new email address. Let's just talk about that. So if you want to send an image into the show, you can send it into our new email address, which is thecameralife@luckystraps.com.au. Send it to that. We'll find it, hopefully. And then we'll show it on the next show, the next week, which is great.
Yeah.
Tweak says sent it this morning. I don't see it.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
Again. Let me check again. No. Last one's on August 10th, 8 days ago. Sorry.
Yeah, not sure what happened there, mate.
Send again.
Send it again, Tweak. We'll have a look at it. Hopefully tonight, if not next week for sure. Promise.
Yep.
So tell me about your weekend. What did you get up to on your weekend? Just give us a summary, a recap.
Prepping for a garage sale. Not mine. My brother and sister, my brother-in-law and sister selling a heap of stuff. I am putting some stuff in it though. So I was helping them prepare. It's a mega garage sale. And I haven't done a garage sale for, I don't even remember.
Yeah.
So I had to kind of Google what a modern garage sale looks like. Like, do people expect you to have a square or something, or, because cash is very common, and like, what are things priced at these days? Does everything have to be $1 or $5, depending on what it is? Or like, I've got camera stuff. Should I put that out there and just put it cheap? I've got like random.
Make someone's day.
Yeah, no, it's nothing. It's nothing like, it's not a Leica M6 or something put out for $30, but just, heaps of old flash modifiers and random just brackets and stuff, just stuff. Yeah. And I thought the camera stuff, I thought I was just going to put it all in one box and just be like assorted camera junk, $10. And someone can then buy it and go through it and, I don't know, get what they want out of it kind of thing, rather than pricing it all separately. I don't know.
Yep. Well, speaking of that, last week we had a quick conversation on text message, and because our friend Philip Johnson, he has a friend who acquired, I think they won a storage unit at auction, and it had a Hasselblad X-Pan in the box in that storage auction, in that storage unit that they bought. That in itself, just, you know, that made whatever they paid for it, doesn't matter. It made their day for sure.
That's insane. Are they selling it to me, or what's happening? Did you figure that out?
I don't know. I think they're gonna. I think I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but it was just really cool to see, because we were only just talking about it that morning with whoever the guest was we had on that week. Was talking about X-Pans. Can't remember who it is now. Yeah, we were talking about it that morning, and then Philip sends me a message saying, "Hey, look what my friend just found in a storage unit, like a really good condition X-Pan in a box." Don't see that every day.
No, you don't see that every day. You know what got sent through after this week's show, this Thursday's guest? Who was this Thursday again? What's wrong with my brain?
This coming or last week?
No, just been. Fill my brain in. It's been a busy day.
I don't keep track of these things.
Come on. It was
Aaron Walker.
Aaron Walker. There we go. Okay. So remember, Aaron, we were talking about the Godox triggers and stuff for flash. So, and you know how he said he has a particular issue that he wishes, because he often mounts the camera really high, he wishes the flash trigger could tilt back so you could see your settings.
Oh, yeah.
Remember him saying that? We were talking about it? Anyway, David Leparati sent this through. So Godox sell one that fits, it can fit any trigger. It's like it goes in between, it's like a little riser with a swivel in it.
Oh, that's clever.
Yeah.
Oh, you need to send that to Aaron.
Yeah. I'm like, I can't wait to send this to Aaron to be like, hey, you know that feature that you desperately want? It exists. Yeah. And I think it's like $30 or something. Like it's not expensive at all. Yeah. You can just buy one and it can fit any of the triggers on it and it tilts it back like that. It's so good. Yeah.
That's so simple and clever.
You know what was clever? Aaron Walker's interview. If anyone wants to find out a bit about the behind the scenes of what it was like to grow up and then join a circus as an actual circus performer and then work around the world actually doing trapeze before he pivoted into a career as a photographer. It's pretty nuts. Like he was a professional circus, what are they called? Circuses. He's a professional circus man. Circus person?
Circus.
Anyway.
I like the fact that he mentioned carny folk.
Yeah.
Or was that you that said carny? No, he said carnies.
No, he did.
That's right, he did.
Carnies that, and like and traveling and putting the tent up and doing all that stuff. So he did, no, Lucinda says just make it in the damn trigger. I mean, you could, but it would make the trigger bigger. I actually like this solution better because if I was shooting a wedding or something, I don't want a bulkier camera, so I don't want a trigger that's stacked taller or whatever. So this is perfect. It's like, hey, if you want this feature, add it on.
Yeah.
It can fit any trigger. It's cheap. Or, if you're just running a fixed trigger for shooting weddings and things like that, and you don't want the hassle of having this big tall thing on the camera, I reckon this is perfect. Genius. Well done, Godox.
I think it's clever. Yeah. Why not? You want to hear about my weekend? Do you have any interest? No.
What did you do? Tell me.
I had a workshop on Saturday. I ran my first street photography workshop, one-on-one with a guest, client. I don't know. What do we call them? Do we call them guests or clients? I guess clients probably more professional.
Friend?
It's too
photographer?
It's too limiting.
Okay. I don't know. What you
all right,
come up with a name. I'll come up with a specific name for people that are on your workshop. They'll be called Greglings or something.
Greglings. I like
Greglings.
That. I like that. I might get some t-shirts made. I'm a Gregling. But yeah, it went really well. It was a one-on-one, sort of defining your signature style as a creative. It was great. I tailored the workshop to suit them. They had a fairly new camera. They wanted to get to know it a bit better. I know a lot about that camera, so we spent the first hour playing around with camera settings and setting up the camera and all that sort of stuff. And we did the street walk and did a few exercises in composition and how to hunt for light. And it was good. I got great feedback. Pretty happy. And I've just released more workshops today.
Really? New dates? Yeah. Fresh dates?
New dates. So September dates are up. And I've also added a new workshop, which is a smartphone street photography workshop, just for people with smartphones. Because I had some people make an inquiry about doing the street photography workshop, but they didn't want to go head to head against people that were bringing mirrorless and DSLRs because they didn't think that they would get enough attention, or it'd be a very different kind of approach. And so I've put out if you're looking to start in street photography or even just improve your travel photography, it's a great workshop for that. So check it out. Head to gregcromie.blog if you're interested. Say good day. Check out the workshops. And there's also stuff on the BFOP side as well about it. So in
the groupies page, but for those of you that are BFOP groupies. But very cool. Hopefully people jump in and book that out right now. Go right now. Go do it now.
Go do it. Father's Day is coming up. Oh.
Greg Carrick says they could be called a Chromie client. Phil Thompson says Chromie groupies.
No, I think you guys can do better than that. I'm disappointed in both of you, to be honest. Yeah.
So we are actually going to discuss cats versus dogs. That is the plan, isn't it? We're really going to do this. That's
in photographic sense, yes.
And also just in general, like life.
Well, I don't think there's any conversation to be had because cats are better. There's your conversation.
Oh, you've got no chance. You've got no chance.
You reckon?
Oh, Yelena coming in hot. Chromie's homies.
Ooh, no, dude, that's a good one.
Yeah, that is a good one.
Chromie's
homies. I like Greglings, but Chromie's homies sounds a bit cooler than Greglings. Greglings
like
kind of sounds kind of creepy. That's a Chromie's homies. Chromie Zone. The Irregulars, Greg's Street Urchins. Yeah, these are good. Oh, Nev Clark. Good. Students. Come on, Nev. Gotta have a little bit of fun.
Boring, Nev.
You said boring.
Straight down the line.
That's what I call them in my workshops, students. Oh, dear.
Anyway. Where should we start? Should we talk about cats and dogs a little, or do you want to get some news out of the way first?
No, I think we should, because I also spotted a couple of things that relate, like the 2026 Pet Photography Awards.
Yeah,
and then also a cool behind the scenes video from someone that was in both the International Pet Photography Awards and also NZIPP Awards. So let's start with let's bring this up. Let's bring the Pet Photography Awards up. This was like in June or July this come out, and I did see it and I was like, oh, we should bring this up on the show. And then we didn't have time that week or whatever. But it's perfect right now. So let's have a little bit of a look and see which photos. No, that's not the right one. That's my emails. Okay, wow. Share this tab instead. There we go.
Got it. Doxing people.
Nah, all good. Okay. So these are some of the people that have won various aspects of the 2026 International Pet Photography Year, and they're grouped into I think under each person. So this was Callie Soden, and check out some of these images. Like look at this. Look at that. They're dogs.
They are dogs.
That's very cool.
It is.
Also dog. What about this?
Yeah, that's really cool. I really like that.
It's very clever. Obviously, a lot of the pet photography that I saw is a lot of this kind of concept stuff is very creative art inspired as well. So a lot of Photoshop work and things, but very well executed with the imagery. And this is a dog with a little angel and a little devil sitting on its ears. Yeah, that would probably be very appropriate for a cat as well, except they'd both be devils. One would be more devilish than the other. It's like the good devil and the bad devil.
Yeah.
Knock the mug off. The other one's like, knock both mugs off.
Yeah. I'll knock you off.
And then, so this is Belinda Richards. This is a Melbourne photographer. And check this out. That's pretty cool.
That is very cool.
And then this is a bit of you, I reckon. Look at this. Look at this cat. Like, what would you call that? Not a montage. What's the right word for this? Collage? No.
Okay. Anyway. I don't know. Yeah, I get it.
But it is amazing.
Very cool.
And I've got a behind the scenes video of how this was done. We'll bring it up in a second. Another cat?
Yeah, I like that one. I've seen a lot of people on socials and on YouTube doing this, where they sort of punch a small hole through a bit of paper. They obviously put up a piece of paper in between the cat and the camera, and they entice the cat to come through to rip itself through the cardboard. And that's really cool.
The lighting on this would be difficult to execute, to not get like ugly shadows on this one. So the cat's kind of peeking through the rip so to have a really well evenly lit texture on the paper, but not to get the sort of ugly shadows from the creases. Yeah. That would have been tough.
Yeah.
Also to get a cat to do that when it's a cat.
Hey.
I mean, come on. Look, like it's a dog. Wearing a top hat and glasses. Look, and it's reading the Doggone Daily. It's a catastrophe.
So easy to please.
What, you don't like this? This doesn't bring you joy?
No,
it's pretty good. And then another creative piece of art with one of those skin cats. What are those things called?
Oh, are they Abyssinians? No. Devon Rex. Is that it?
They're weird.
They are. There's some great photos in here.
Well, I mean, it's the Pet Photography Awards. I assume it's, the idea is that would be the pinnacle of the. Obviously, all the international, national, competitions, NZIPP and stuff gets similar level, but this is obviously just focused on pets. So,
yeah.
Well, there's a cat lover for you.
Yeah, I saw those ones. Interesting.
The detail in the images is crazy. They really are that fine art level of imagery, lighting, the detail to backgrounds and textures and amazing. Anyway, I enjoyed looking at these.
Yeah, they're really cool. They're very cool. And I love the portraits in that section you're looking at now. That's a lot of fun. Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good one with the bird.
Yeah.
Sorry to the audio listeners, but, there's not much we can say about it. It would be hard to describe all these images. It would take forever. But
if you do want to check them out, just go to petphotography.com/2026-awards.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to check them out for yourself at some stage.
That's exactly what we're looking at.
All right.
But let me just find this behind the scenes one.
The behind the scenes one. Yeah, I'm keen to know.
Compilation. I'll just bring it up. Where is it? Here. Can I do that? Yes. Without it playing the audio. Yes. All right. You see that?
Yeah.
If I do this, maybe. All right. Here we go. Belinda Richards. The making of Catitude. That's what that photo is called. Catitude.
That's cool.
So taping the background to a softbox so that there's a strip left around the softbox to kind of provide a 360-degree rim light, hair light behind the cat.
Cool. Yeah.
And then the cat is in between that softbox and a piece of paper or card or whatever with the circle cut out for the frame.
Yep.
And then there's also some flags to stop the light coming forward, and then some reflectors at the front and things to provide light on the cat's face. I'm guessing there's more lighting in front of this as well.
Yeah.
And then, just enticing the see, look, cat's just running away. Trying to entice the cat to look through this sort of porthole window to get various opportunities at, expressions, and it's stepping through and pawing at treats and things. So it's definitely a cat with catitude, isn't it? It's so floofy.
It is. It's a big floof.
But yeah, I love behind the scenes stuff like this.
It's cool
it's
clever
when people take the time to put it out.
Yeah. And it's a simple concept, it just takes a little bit of time, bit of craft.
Yeah, I love that it's got a bit of craft about it as well, but it's not just like, hey, there's a $10,000 lighting setup. That's why we were able to shoot this. Obviously, she's a wizard with lighting, and I'm sure it's great lighting as well, but it's just nice to see bits of cardboard and stuff cut out and things clamped together to make an image like this. Yeah. So, and then, the print, and then I think it got that. So that print scored a 99. And some of the judges may even said it was a 100.
Wow.
So I think it got 2 100s, but the overall average score was a 99, which is
better luck next time.
What's that?
Better luck next time.
Yeah. Try and get that elusive 100.
Yeah. No, you let the team down.
So
that's great.
Yeah. So there's, I was trying to find the one time that a cat was able to be in a photo, and the only way they were able to do it was to collage like 25 photos together.
The one time?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Right.
Paul just mentioned here that he just voted for Adam Edwards' image in the National Photographic Portrait Prize. That is a great thing to bring up. I think there is a way. I don't know how to vote for it, but there is a way to vote for his image.
If you go to his BFOP group, his Facebook page.
Yeah, but what about people that aren't BFOP groupies? What if they go to Adam Edwards Photography on Facebook?
Yeah, it should be on there.
Let's check, because I think that would be a great thing to do.
Yeah,
if anyone has the time, go to Adam Edwards Photography on Facebook.
Yep.
And you will see. Yep. And Paul's saying it's on the NPPP website as well. So jump on there and vote, please. Help Adam out.
Yeah, beautiful image.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. It's just, and the story behind it's really quite powerful and moving. But yeah, go check it out, folks. And give it a vote. Let Adam know that you value his work. All right. So should we look at some of your pet images now, Justin? Do you think that we should do that?
You want to start with mine, do you?
Yeah,
Dogs versus cats. You want to?
Yeah. Okay. Come on.
All right. Let me see what I can do here. Hang on, where am I? There they are. No, there they are. So I actually had an accidental epiphany while bringing up some of these photos. Greg and I didn't talk about having cats versus dogs in our photos tonight. It just kind of happened, which is fun. But when I was going back, I don't have many photos of the new puppy, so I didn't want to do photos of my new puppy. So I had to go and find photos of my previous dog, Ted, which is always sad but fun to look back through the old photos. And I was looking back through, and I've taken so many photos of Ted, tons on the phone, tons on all of my cameras. But there was quite a couple of sections where I took a lot of film photos. So all of these shots are shot on film, either by myself or Yelena, because I'm in this one. And I had this epiphany while I was looking back through. There was a couple of sort of periods of time where I shot a chunk of film in a row. And one of them was, I think in like 2021 or 2022 or something, when I bought, I can't remember what year it was, but I bought my whole family disposable cameras for Christmas. Everybody got one.
That's cool.
and so we had heaps of them, had a waterproof one, had heaps of stuff kicking around, and I also had my film cameras as well, and I shot heaps. And so some of these are from that time period as well. And what I realized when I was looking through this stuff is film makes for better family memories, in my opinion, based on what I saw today. They instantly look like memories. None of these are edited. This is why dogs are great, because they're with you all the time. And that's me taking photos of Ted with my film camera.
Yep.
That's Ted sleeping in the backyard. He's everywhere. Everywhere we went.
Yeah.
He loves swimming. Do your cats like swimming?
No.
Not so much?
No, not so much.
He loved shaking off mid-swim. He didn't even get out first. He'd shake in there. He was a very special dog that liked to shake during mid-swim to get extra water into his fur. Loved being upside down. Big fan of being upside down.
Yeah.
He loved bringing joy to our neighbours. They always smiled when they got to pat the old boy. He made us smile outside.
Oh, look how young you both look. I mean, you and Yelena, not you and Ted.
Yeah. So this is a selfie on a disposable film camera.
That's so cool.
He loved going boating. He loved being in the boat. Do your cats ever go boating?
No boating.
Okay.
No.
It's 1 point for the dogs, I think. Okay.
Okay. I'll give you that.
Better in a boat situation.
Look, statistically speaking, dogs are better in boats than cats.
Yeah. He didn't love being showered, but I feel like he took it better than a cat would. He is looking at me being like, when's this going to be done? But yeah, this is actually, I think I've said this before. So this is a shot on film, and this exact print is in our bathroom right next to the shower, and I can see it while I'm showering, and it's so funny.
That's very cute.
Yeah.
That reminds me of Yuki. Yuki, we couldn't keep Yuki out. If we went to the park and there's a fountain in this park we used to take our Yuki to, he would be in that fountain no matter how green or gross that water was. But the second he gets a whiff that he's going to go in the shower at the end of the day, he just shuts down, disappears.
It's like, I don't want to get wet. You're like, you were just in a green fountain.
I know. If you go to the beach, he getting him out of the water was, but
it's different. More boating. Loved a boat. Loved hanging out in the backyard while Yelena learnt new things.
Oh, one wheel. Nice.
Loved, oh yeah. Still got that. Loved gently de-stuffing a toy immediately after receiving it, and so that it was just like an empty sack, he would just sit there and pick a hole in it and then just pull each bit of stuffing out and then just be like, okay, done. They're just fun. Dogs are just fun. Yeah. You put things on their head and they just look at you like you're an idiot. Lots of adventures with the dog. And that's why dogs are the best. Case closed.
Is it?
Well, I think so. I don't know. But let's talk a little bit about photography for a second there. As Rick Nelson says, I agree. Film does feel more like a memory than digital. There's something about the colors, obviously, but there's something about the imperfections. Like none of these are cropped, straightened. Some of them are out of focus. Some of them have motion blur. That lots of the family shots that were mixed in with this stuff were also like much worse. So this is the creek outside of our house. And unfortunately, the last couple of years, Ted wasn't able to jump over it. But for most of the time that we lived here, Ted was able to make this leap across the Great Divide of the Bendigo Creek to get to the other side where the path is, because they're right outside of our house. So yeah, this was probably in the last year when he could still make the leap. Yelena took this photo of me and Ted jumping together across the path.
That's very cool.
But yeah, there's something about it. And the other thing about film is it didn't take me long to look through years of images. It's naturally curated by the fact that you're limited to shots on a roll.
Yeah.
Like it would have taken way longer, although you can search for dogs on an iPhone, but looking through iPhone photos, even filtering by dog, it's still take you a long time to just look through all the stuff. And whereas this just, I don't know, there's something, I'm definitely, today inspired me to really get back into the habit of family memories and things like that. Is film camera time. I'd be interested to know what everyone else thinks.
I think that's a lovely idea. And, I agree. These images have almost like a softened, dreamlike quality. There's this fine grain through them. The colors aren't overly saturated. And they're, like you said, there's all this character that's caused by, you call them imperfections, but it was just, it's this sort of stuff it's beautiful. Okay, but you should have been a bit closer to the camera. All of that sort of stuff can come into it, but that's just what the moment called for. And I love that about film.
Yeah, I think so. So I was really, I don't know. I should have ended up calling this show Film versus Digital, but anyway.
Well, dogs, you would have won that. I know.
Dogs. You can take them everywhere. They always love you. They're man's best friend and woman's best friend. Human's best friend.
Any gender.
Yeah, all of them. Anything. Anywhere.
Yep.
Everyone's best friend.
Yep.
Yeah.
They just want to love you. No, I do. I've got a dog. I've got Hazel.
I know.
We had Yuki for 18 years.
I know, but you've got a lot of cats.
Well, yeah, we've got a lot of cats now. We had more. We had 7 for a while there.
That's intense.
Yeah. But we're down to 4 now. 4? Yeah, 4. Had to check there for a second. I hadn't lost one.
It's in your beard.
Let's bring out some cat images. Come on.
Okay.
You want to bring them up for me?
Yep.
So we've had a few cats over the years. And this is Biscuit. And Biscuit and I had a very, very close bond. So we got Biscuit when she was less than a week old, and we hand raised her. So we had to bottle feed her, teach her toileting, the whole works. And she was tiny. I've got a photo somewhere. I couldn't find it the other day. Today, when I was looking, of her sitting inside a teacup. She was that small that she disappeared into a teacup. Yeah.
Really?
And, because I worked from home and was home a lot when we first had her, she was just always around me, and she loved Yuki. So Yuki was our Labradoodle. He passed 2 and a bit years ago. He was 18. And when she came into our home, he decided that it was his responsibility to keep her safe, and he did not leave her side. And it's interesting. You get to know your animals and their characteristics, and she adopted some characteristics that we only ever saw in Yuki. It's really funny. They're little insignificant things, but we saw them.
Would you say those characteristics made her a better pet?
Yeah. Yeah.
So the characteristics of a dog that a cat took on made that cat a better pet. I think I might have just lawyered you. I think that's...
You might have just lawyered me. You might have.
Case closed.
Yeah. No, the defense rests, Your Honor.
The defense rests.
No, but it's true. What's really interesting is that the day that we made the decision that Yuki, he was ready to go. He was quite unwell, and he just wanted to be around forever because he felt that this was his place, and we were his family and all that sort of stuff. Very caring dog. And the day that we organized for a vet to come to our home so that the whole family could be around, when they euthanized him, and Biscuit just spent the whole time sitting next to him and rubbing herself against his body. And, it was just this really quite a heartbreaking moment in that whole horrible process of saying goodbye to Yuki. But she kind of stepped up and was there for him in his last days, like he'd been there for her in her first days. And it was you're
going to make me cry, Greg. Stuff.
Yeah, so you got nothing smart-assy to say about that now, do you?
No.
Huh? No. Put you back in your place. Anyway, let's move along. The people have seen enough of Biscuit. So this is my new kitten, Chihiro. So Biscuit hasn't passed. She's Biscuit and Cass and Elfie, the three of our cats. They moved out with my adult kids a couple of months ago when they moved out.
Oh, did Biscuit move out?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, she left with because technically Biscuit was my daughter's cat.
Okay.
Anyway, that's going to make me cry. But so yeah, now we have Chihiro and Susu, and we still have Haru and Dulcie. So we're down to 4 cats now, and yeah, I've just been obsessed with photographing these cats now, these kittens again, because they're just fascinating to watch, I think.
Yeah, when they look, you get that eye contact. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Very sharp, glassy eyes too.
Yep. That's Haru.
Mysterious. Oh, look at that eye.
Yeah.
They're cute. They're definitely cute.
They are cute. They're adorable. Thank you. You know what's interesting about having pets, and we've always taken photos of the pets, and mostly we use our smartphones for that, because you've always got it on you. But with these kittens, because and also the big difference between adopting one, baby animal versus adopting 2, we've had heaps of cats. I had cats with Isabel when we were together before she passed. We had lots of cats, but we only ever got 1 cat at a time. But when we got these 2, when we got Chihiro and Susu, the dynamic is so much different. And it's just reawakened my desire to photograph these guys more. And so now I've taken to sort of having my good camera with me a lot, even just around the house, or when I'm working here at my desk, the window that some of those shots were taken in, that's right here. It's right in front of, like, the other side of this computer.
Oh, yeah.
And so I just have my camera around all the time now. And I'm just always looking for those moments where they're in good light, or they're doing something cute, or there's just, a nice composition. And it's really, it's kind of inspiring me to take great photos of them. So it's interesting.
There's some great photos in there.
Yeah.
And they are cute.
They are.
But I'm still on side dog. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. I get it. Did you ever have cats growing up, or was it purely dogs at your place?
No, we had cats, and I've had a few cats, in the house over the years, and I wouldn't be against having another cat, especially if it ate mice, and kept the house free of rodents and whatnot. But I don't know, just dogs are just dogs you throw them in the car and you take them away with you on the weekend and things like that. Whereas cats are sort of they're stuck in the house.
They can be.
If you put a cat on a lead, have you ever walked your cat on a lead on the streets of Melbourne?
No, I haven't. But my daughter Indy has, with Biscuit. She hated it, and with one of the other cats, just out the front here, up and down the street. But I remember when we travelled once, we're going out to Daylesford for a weekend. And someone had a blue Burmese. She was beautiful. And she was sitting outside the petrol station on a lead, tied to something, while the owner was inside buying drinks and stuff. It was just the bizarrest thing. This cat was just sitting there looking at everyone like it was a dog.
Yeah, that's bizarre. Just behaving, just accepting that, oh yeah, I just sit here. Whereas other cats would be like, get this collar
what's
off
going
me
on?
and just run. Yeah,
it's funny. But
crazy.
I mean, putting aside the cats versus dog debate, I will say that having pets in the home is a really, really great opportunity to work on your photography. Pets can prove to be really tricky subjects to photograph, and there's skill to be learned in that challenge. And there's, and I've been saying to a lot of my, what do we call them, Chromies homies, that have been doing my workshops, that because everyone has sort of said, I wish I was more confident with my camera and settings and being able to quickly adapt settings. And my advice to them has always been, when you're sitting at home watching telly at night, at the end of the day, you should have your camera sitting on your lap. It should be in your hand while you're just idling watching telly, and you should be playing with the controls so you cement those muscle memories. But more importantly, start taking photos. If the room is dark, work out what your camera can deal with. Photograph the TV with a dark room around it. See what happens. Photograph your partner sitting on the other side of their chair, and see how you can get that composition in low light or good light or whatever it may be. Look for pockets of light around your house. If you've got pets, it's just another great way to practice your craft with an interesting subject, and you might develop a series of work out of it that you're really, really happy with, and you'll be cementing those memories of time you had, with family pets and kids. If you've got kids that play with the pets, or grandkids, photograph that. Such a great candid dynamic, and it will certainly help you elevate your craft.
I agree.
Piece.
And then the other thing about dogs. So for all pets, but dogs specifically.
Dogs,
not only great to practice your photography with, great to stay active. Twice a day walks. It's good for you. You can't say no because they look at you and you're like, yep, all right. Yep.
It's either you take me out,
let's go
on the rug.
Yep, exactly. So I can't tell you the amount of times that Elena and I stood out in the rain while Ted just sniffed around.
What is that about?
They love it. That's their thing.
Didn't want to shower. It was quite happy to stand in pouring rain.
That's their happy place. Just sniffing, just figuring out what's going on in the neighborhood. And we'd just stand there under an umbrella just waiting. And no one else was out walking their dogs. We're like, are we the only ones that, have a dog that wants to sniff in the rain? But anyway.
Yeah.
I'm going to read a couple of comments before we get into a little bit of some of your images, and then maybe some news, and then some more your images, and then some more news. Something like that.
Something like that.
I'll just read out just a few randomly selected comments. No order, really. Fermi says dogs win. Yeah, I agree. I think that's all. No, I'm kidding. I want to read this one out. This is sad. Chris Nielsen lost my 10-year-old dog a few days. 10-year-old dog a few days ago after a short illness. My camera roll has thousands of dog photos in it. Yeah.
No, I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry.
That's yucky.
That sucks.
It really is.
It's the worst.
It's interesting though, isn't it? Because you and I have been talking about the grief of losing, especially a dog that we've had for so long. We had Yuki for 18 years. How long did you have Ted?
15. Yeah.
15. That's a big chunk of your life.
Massive. So much changed in that time.
Yeah. I mean, we got Yuki, Isabel and I got Yuki,
Yeah.
And then she passed, and multiple new partners came into the house over the years. I'm joking. But, and then he just accepted Sash, he's just he took Sash in and loved her deeply. And, it's I don't know. You can't replicate that in any other way.
Dogs are amazing.
They are.
Yeah.
They are.
A couple of other comments. Dennis Smith says, okay, that dog is not a dick. No, Ted was not a dick. Yeah, it was a big old boy.
Yeah.
All right. Who else? What else did we have on here?
And I love that you have a photo of Ted in your car, in the van.
Yeah. We've still got a little printed out photo of Ted with the camera around his neck, just stuck in the van. So he goes with us wherever we're off to. Yeah. Who else have we got here? Dennis also said, but that right there is why cats are so perfect. They're deeply spiritual animals. That's when we were talking about Biscuit being so loving.
Yep.
Greg Carrick had a gig taking photos for a cat adoption agency, and the cute images got the cats to be moved onto the homes real quick. Yeah, I think that's awesome. That's cool. Something that more photographers should try and do. I don't know how easy it is to go up to some of these places and say, hey, I'll take photos for you. I don't know if it's something that they're receptive to or not, but good photos make a big difference, and a lot of them are just phone photos, just sort of shot from, whatever angle, and not necessarily, they don't look like Greg's cat photos, that's for sure. And if they did, they would probably, they'd probably get adopted quicker.
Yeah, maybe I should look into that.
Nathan's here. You should look into it. I wonder if there's one nearby.
Yeah, well, the Lost Dogs home's in North Melbourne, but RSPCA is not far. Anyway.
Nathan says, evening, not sure if Mark is here, but probably the best part about shooting school photos is when they bring in a dog with a bow tie on. Okay, we need to see a photo of that at some point. Send something in. That sounds like a school dog or something? That's crazy.
Like a service dog, maybe?
Yeah, but with a bow tie on. Felicity Johnson says, bit late, but I'm here.
Hey,
Justin, just photographing Russell Jack's Justin, just photographing Russell. I don't know what that means. Do you know what that means?
No.
Anyway, maybe I don't understand Felicity. Justin just photographing Russell Jack's traditional Chinese funeral for his family before the state funeral. You were just photographing Russell Jack's traditional Chinese funeral for the family before the state funeral.
Was that in Bendigo at the...
I'm guessing so.
What's that Chinese garden and community space? Isn't there a museum there as well? In Bendigo.
Yeah, there is. I'm just trying to figure out. Anyway, translate for us, Felicity.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, here we go. He's the famous guy from Bendigo who started the Chinese Museum. Okay, cool.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice.
Very cool.
Yeah.
All right. Shall we do some images?
Yeah, let's do a few images and then we'll scrape through the news. Not a lot going on in the news.
Yeah.
But let's look at some images. Where do we want to start? Probably the top of the list. That would make it easier.
You tell me a name, I'll bring the photo up.
Peter Kinchington. One image.
Where is it?
Hats off to Peter. He only recently joined our community after we met him at the Leica event. But he has been sending in photos every single week, and he often sends me extras saying, up to you if you show this one, but this is something I did with some Leica scientific camera and lens equipment.
I think I found it. It's not named his name, is it? There it is. Got it. No, all good. Got it. Here we go.
Okay. Hi, Justin and Greg. Liked your recent podcast on the African safari. Renewed my interest in going to Okavango Delta in Botswana for the amazing wildlife.
That sounds cool. Do it. Oops.
I've attached. You really knew it, this, aren't you? I have attached an image for your podcast. Fluorescing colonial anemones. Anemones. How do you say that? Anemones? Anemones. Anemones. Subject was about 10 centimeters across. Excited by blue light, the anemones fluoresced other colors. The blue excitation light was removed with a light yellow blocking filter. Focus stacked image, 100 individual exposures at f5.6 at 1 second each. That's crazy. Olympus OMD EM1 Mark II, 60mm 2.8 macro, gold award in AIPP print awards.
Wow, cool. Well, I can see why.
Can we zoom in on a section, Jay?
Yeah, let me see. It'll probably skip forward 9 images, but let's see what happens. That's as much. That's the size of the image that we've got. So that's as far in as we can really go.
That's incredible. That's 100 images stacked. That's amazing.
The color's beautiful. I'd love to see it in print.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, that's
well done, Peter.
Shot. I love the shape too. It almost looks like a country or something.
Yeah, it's like at first glance, it's kind of, what is that? Is it a bunch of flowers? Is it
a
quilt?
It
land?
Like, is it a really bright quilt?
Yeah, or a drone shot, like it's definitely worth printing.
Wow. What a shot to start the show.
Yeah.
Who's up
Banger.
next?
Print it. Crackers. Greg Carrick has sent in an image. Here we go. It's been such bad weather for Astro. I was in danger of doing jigsaw puzzles. Oh, don't ever let that happen. While wrapped in a knitted shawl and sipping bad sherry in front of a bar heater. Gosh, you paint a picture. To save my sanity, I thought I'd experiment with some abstract macro. I used a print of an aurora as a backdrop in my light box and positioned a glass vase in front. Wow, that is so clever. Talk about abstract. This was shot with the Fujifilm X-T2 with a 60mm macro. Shutter speed 1/500th, f2.4, ISO 400.
Yeah, the tones are really nice. And the way it sort of waves through and changes, the line changes with the shape of the glass.
Yeah. And it changes the color a bit too. That's great, Crackers.
Yeah, great idea too for keeping yourself occupied.
Yeah.
Wanting to play with your camera when you can't get out in the weather.
Yeah. Very cool. Up next, David Mascaro. Oh, print it, Crackers. Print it.
Print it.
David Mascaro, single image. Hi guys, this was probably one of the very first street portraits I did back in 2018. I've never really had a problem talking with someone, then photographing them, but this is when I started taking it more serious. This is Bao, B-A-O. I met him one Sunday morning when going to work. I spoke to him many times before taking his image. He was always in the same doorway, and then one day, that doorway had a gate installed, and that was the last I saw of him. Sweet man. I believe this was the Nikon D3, and as always, have a great show.
Yeah, beautiful eye contact.
Yeah.
There's like a there's a tension there.
Yeah.
You know, as in I don't know, friendly, not friendly kind of gaze. It could go either way.
Yeah.
Depending on the context. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it's wonderful. Yeah, and just the way he chooses to frame these shots. It's fascinating. Every week we see it, and there's always something a little bit different, but it always works.
Yeah, it's like the like cropping the beanie, can't see much of context at all.
Yeah,
the beanies, like even just the fact that it's almost mirrored with the shirt collar line in terms of the crops and the shape, and then the face, sort of it's.
Yeah.
Because you could easily have just shot that a little bit wider.
Yeah.
And include context around the head, shoulders and things. But now all of that's a mystery.
Yeah.
Rick Nelson says, David. I can feel the guy's expression though.
Yeah, you can. And that gaze is...
Tweak Production says that face has seen so much.
Yeah.
Lovely eyes, Dennis.
Beautiful work. Thank you, David, as always. Let's knock a couple more out of the park, and then we'll take a look at some news, hey?
Yeah.
All right. And I think Nathan just emailed you a photo.
Yeah, I saw that. I'll have a look for it in a second.
Coming up next, we have John Hall, single image. Evening all. North Sydney Pool was finally reopened last week after a fairly disastrous 5-year renovation. I took this shot one evening about a week before it opened. Nikon Z6 Mark III, the 24-120 f4 at 120, half a second f11 ISO 180 with a 1/8 black mist filter. There's that black mist again. Cheers, John. Thanks, John.
Great straight lines.
Yeah,
great
and
framing.
the layering.
I'm like, it's symmetrical, but not, because nothing about the building is quite symmetrical, but it is. It's weird. It's really well done.
Yeah.
I'm even like, I'm looking at the bricks either side of the pillars at the back, and it's almost spot on even. But then when you look at like the lines in the ceiling and things like that, because of the way this building's been built, nothing's even.
Yeah.
You know, the fence posts aren't even with the building posts or anything like that. I love it.
Well, it just creates this tension, doesn't it? The bottom half of the frame feels disjointed from the top half, but they work together to balance one another.
Yeah.
You know, you've got strong vertical elements in the top half of the frame. You've got really strong horizontal elements in the bottom, and it creates this conflict, but it does work.
Yeah, it definitely does work. And then obviously the strong blue and white, and then up the top you just got this sort of warm white tile, and then the sort of parents with a child in the middle there. The only thing I would love if it wasn't there, but it was, there's nothing you can do about it, is that exit sign. At least it's not an exit sign, but it's still right there. But that's buildings, you know, you don't really get a choice.
Yeah.
The amount of exit signs are removed in wedding photos. But I don't know if I'd remove it from this, because then once you start, you know, like, do you remove a light switch? Do you remove? Yeah, it's like this is the scene. This is what it is.
It's what the eye saw.
Yeah.
Wonderful, John. Thank you. Up next for the first leg of images is the one and only Dennis Smith, who had a cracking weekend again. working in the. Oh, you're going to have to correct me on this, Dan. I don't have the email in front of me, but he was working on the Sala event in South Australia, the Arts Festival. Had a massive weekend there again, and he sent through us another image. He's going old school tonight on an epic 7-day, 8-country lap of the Alps. We stopped at Gossau Lake in Austria on a super clear moonlit night, and this is about 1 a.m. Mind-bending, wonky orb, Canon 5D Mark II, 50mm plastic fantastic, and a 7-minute exposure. Yep, that was a long way down there. Check out the star trails.
Yeah,
you would not think that was 1 a.m.
How's the it's like daylight. How's the reflection in the water?
I know.
At night.
Yeah, the Sala Arts Fest.
What the hell? That's
insane.
Nuts.
I've never seen anyone do that with nighttime images like that.
No.
Not where you would swear to God it was day.
Yeah. Just like a sort of a soft, dim day.
Yeah.
It's bizarre.
Dan says zoom in on the stars. Can we zoom in on the stars a little bit? And the orb. I want to check out the wonky orb.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see what enhance. Oh, yes, I love it. Look at it. So there's our orb.
Oh.
If you squint really hard, you can almost see Dennis in there just swinging his arms around like a madman.
Yeah, howling.
Some say he's still out there swinging. If you're really quiet, you might even hear it. Yeah, look at these star trails.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, is that can't tell. Is that a hot pixel? I don't know. Never see hot pixels because I never do long enough exposures to stress my senses out. Wow. That's so awesome. The reflection's crazy. Oh, Greg Carrick can see a face in the rocks in the background.
Yeah, Greg's had too much coffee and it's too late.
Okay, let's see. Awesome Dennis, says Paul. Lucinda says that plastic lens is like a cockroach. Yeah, you can't kill it. It works forever. It's just, bulletproof. Yeah. Tweak Production says that's wild. Taking the catchphrase right out of Dennis's mouth. Phil Thompson's brilliant, Dennis. Night into day. Even love the lighting on the surrounding trees near the orb. Yeah, It is incredible. So you can see the face too. What face are they seeing?
Where was the face?
Is it this? Like a sort of a melty looking face here?
I don't know.
Has to be this area, right? Like,
I can't see it.
Wow.
Face.
Dennis says Red Bull flew us up to Austria for a TV interview, then gave us a camper and sent us on our way. Man, you lived a life. You were a rock star, Dennis. Well, you still are a rock star, but you were a Red Bull rock star. That's something else.
Yeah.
Epic.
Incredible work.
Yeah. Should we do one more? Let's just do
let's bring up Maya Hall's photo.
Yeah.
From Maya. I gravitated to a traveling fairground in Newcastle to test the filter, to discover they were packing up. Sitting in the gutter, queuing my shot, a car pulled up. If you want to take a photo of something really nice, why don't you take a photo of my wheels? John later described the wheels as a shitbox. Not a lot of action in Newcastle on a Sunday night. Constantly amazed at the interactions I have putting a camera in front of my face. By the way, I love the filter. What filter are we talking about? The Black Mist? Might be the Black Mist again, because we talked about it last week.
Yep.
And I found my Black Mist filter, so I'm going to try and put it to use this week. Cultural reference, a Newcastle song, Bob Hudson, 1974. Don't you ever let a chance go by. Most viewers are too young to remember. Settings, this was shot with the Nikon Z6, Mark III. 44 mil Nikkor Z 24 to 120, shot at 44, f4, 1/8 of a second, and a 1/8 black mist filter.
It's a sad looking, merry-go-round thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just with it more just dangling there.
Dennis has said too, he said, I love that the chairs are just sitting there. That's really cool.
Yeah. Just like I don't know. It's kind of like a mushroom out of Stranger Things or something, just with little dangly bits hanging off it, even though it's made of metal.
And Maya, you'll be glad to know that Phil Thompson remembers that song. He's just as old.
Surely Greg Carrick does too. Probably plays it on his radio show.
He probably does.
Ooh,
I found my black mist filter. I want to head out at night sometime. Maybe go to Chinatown. Yeah.
Oh, good idea.
For restaurants and signs and lanterns and stuff. I was there on Saturday, casing it out. Some good stuff. So yeah,
I should take my what have I got? That cinema film stuff that all the cool kids use.
The Cine Still?
Cine Still.
800?
My 800T.
Yeah.
I've taken one frame with it. I should take that to Chinatown and try that.
Well,
I like
for
this
a
name
low
for
fee,
photo.
I'll give you a discount. I can take you on a photo walk through Chinatown.
I should book under a pseudonym.
You should.
And rock up and you'll be like, what?
Oh, you brought your dog.
Yeah, stupid dog. All right.
It's a lovely shot, by the way, Maya. It's
yeah, it is.
Very
it's
inspiring.
Amazing.
I want Moomba to come back.
Those sort of scenes are just beautiful. To get the chance to photograph them, it seems like it's harder and harder to find stuff like that now. I don't know, or like in Australia where I live, in Bendigo, it's like it's never. I don't know. It's nothing interesting going on, but I'm sure someone else would come from out of town to Bendigo and be like, oh, that's interesting. I just don't see it anymore.
Yeah.
Anyway, got to go out and about. What about some news? Tell me what's been happening.
All right. Well, not a lot going on in the news. Bit quiet, which is interesting. Couple of lens announcements from some of these cheaper third-party brands. So Seven Artisans are releasing an AF autofocus lens, 18mm f2. I believe it's coming to Fuji and Sony APS-C. And Mika are also releasing an AF, but a 25 1.7. Wasn't sure on the lens mounts there, but I believe it is also coming to Fuji and maybe Nikon Z. We're getting lots and lots of lenses still from these third-party companies. And I looked some of these up and they're like $200-300. Even if you just wanted to experiment with that focal distance.
Yeah.
You could grab a cheap lens, play with it for 6 months, sell it, get something better, or
especially for the price that you could get. So if you're talking APS-C, which there seems to be a lot in that range.
Yeah.
If you're talking, an APS-C E-mount secondhand camera or an X series secondhand camera, you could pick something up that's pretty decent and then get a few $300 lenses and you're off to the races.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. In camera news, Sony, the shipments could be delayed for the FX5 due to some quality control issues that they've discovered. I don't know where the quality control issues fall, but there may be a delay depending. Keep an eye on it. We'll let you know if there's any.
Wonder what the quality control issues are. Interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it?
Could be from all sorts of stuff. That could be a rumor as well. It could be from they had that earthquake over there that affected some sensor manufacturing.
That's true.
All sorts of stuff, I guess. Yeah. And also often stuff gets delayed just for no reason.
And, there's been a war. There's been issues with shipping. There's been, rising petrol prices, all that sort of stuff. That all plays into it because it all costs camera companies money to send stuff around the world. And when there's a crisis, sometimes they might want to hold off and wait and see how things turn out.
Yeah. Dennis says my bank account is very happy about that news. You can hold off just for a couple more months.
Yep. First time I've seen this rumor. I only saw it this morning, but there is a rumor that on September the 9th, there is a new OM camera arriving on the market.
Interesting.
Which will be the first OM in a little while.
I wonder if it'll have a new sensor or same.
Yeah. Not sure if it's Micro Four Thirds, but speaking of Micro Four Thirds, the Insta360 CEO has confirmed that Insta360 is developing two new mirrorless cameras. It's assumed that they're Micro Four Thirds, but it hasn't been verified.
Hang on. I hadn't seen this. I need to see the wording that they put in this article. Confirms the development of two new. Right.
Let me read this out. For the mirrorless camera that has been rumored to be on the market on social media, they explicitly stated that development is currently underway. Moreover, they are developing two models with completely different characteristics. One of them will have a shape that you have never thought of before, and it may be a camera that will change the way people take pictures with cameras, which has traditionally involved framing, focusing, and pressing the shutter button. They said that we may be able to show a prototype at CP Plus in 2027. That's the Yokohama show. It's usually in February, suggesting that the camera industry will be much more interesting next year.
Well, I did say it would be nice to see a camera brand have a swing at some different ergonomics and usability features. It was Insta360 that released the Luna that has a detachable screen, which becomes a remote and microphone for, a pocket vlogging camera. But it's like, what happens when you take that same mindset to a mirrorless camera? What could you change that people haven't thought of before? Because we're so stuck in the traditional ergonomics of a camera, which aren't bad, by the way. I'm not saying they need to change. It would just be nice to see people try something different.
It would be interesting to see if they brought out a vertical orientation camera. So you hold it and the vertical is the natural photograph position.
No.
Spew.
No.
You don't think that'll work? You love vertical. You love vertical format.
Please, no.
Gotta bring the sound effects back for that one. We did not need a vertical. I know some people like shooting vertical. I was just trying to think. I wonder what could they possibly mean by a shape you haven't thought of before, and a camera will change the way people take pictures, which traditionally involved framing, focusing, and pressing the shutter button. Now, I guess you'll just, say, camera, take photo, and it just does it automatically or something.
No, you know what I think it is? I think the camera will be in the shape of a pirate's parrot, and it'll perch on your shoulder, and its eyes will be the lenses. Be like a 360. So eye on each side. And that is, no one's ever taken a photo like that before. So that's a new way of doing it.
Could be that.
So I'm voting for the parrot.
Dennis Smith says it'll be a round camera. Okay. Like just a ball. You just hold a ball in your hand and just.
Yep. Just like that.
Maybe more glasses. I don't think so. I think they really are. They're looking at cameras. Like, let me bring this up. They're looking at, there's been rumors for a long time about them developing an actual camera.
Camera.
And these photos have popped up that just look like pretty average looking mirrorless cameras. So it's like, where could it go from there where it's some sort of, they make the Luna already. Oh, this website's terrible. They already make the Luna, which is the gimbally type thing. They make 360 cameras. They make the anti-gravity drone. They make all sorts of weird and wacky electronic gadgets. So what could they do? Oh, round image, you think, Dennis? They make 360 cameras, but I don't think there'd be a big market for round images. Doozle Dumbler says Sigma already had a crack at a different camera with the BF. They did, but that wasn't really that different. That was just, I would call that a traditional camera with a very minimalist
design,
aesthetic. But there was nothing really different about the way that you interface with it, other than it had next to no buttons and probably poor ergonomics, but with a really great look. You know, like really, looked amazing, really slick. But I don't think they did anything groundbreaking in terms of how you interface with the camera. You hold it with your right hand, you put the other one up there, and you pull it up, and you clickety click. Don't know.
Yeah.
What will they do?
We'll have to wait and see. There is an image I want to show you. A final bit of news, I think. Yeah. Inside Red Bull's high-flying eclipse photo. So obviously last week there was a total solar eclipse for some of our Northern Hemisphere friends. And the team at Red Bull took this rare opportunity to set up a pretty remarkable project for the eclipse. And so that is a wingsuit person. It's not a plane. It's a person in one of those wingsuits flying across the eclipse, obviously. And I think there's some behind-the-scenes shots as well.
Let me have a look.
Because some of the photos coming from that eclipse is just bananas.
Trying to time that. The photograph shows Brewer racing through the glowing ring of totality at roughly 150 miles an hour. Like how difficult.
Well, I think it was the bit I read about it was that the photographer, I think the director of photography was saying that the tricky thing is that we can't see this guy because the sky just goes completely black.
Yeah.
And we can't see this guy cutting through the air. We have to, use comms and timing and they've only got, a matter of seconds really to get this shot right.
A few important notes from the article that Greg hasn't mentioned yet. The name of the photographer, Noah Wetzel. Air Force Red Bull athlete Mike Brewer. They spent 9 months preparing to photograph this. And the final image was captured on the Canon EOS R5 Mark II. That's right, on a Canon EOS R5 Mark II. The only Canon camera capable of getting this shot.
Yeah, apparently.
So 600mm lens from nearly half a mile away. There was remotely triggered flashes, and the calculations left almost no room for error to capture a once-in-a-lifetime moment. It's pretty nuts.
Yeah. It's very nuts.
Flashes they used. Bet you they were Godox. No, I'm sure they were probably Profoto or something fancy.
Yeah, Westcott.
Yeah, pretty amazing, hey? It's cool that people do. It's cool that Red Bull do stuff like this. Like that's money going into a major photography project. Obviously, they would have made media around it, videos, all sorts of stuff. But essentially, this is a photo and obviously an athletic endeavor, a stunt. But that's still a big commitment to a photo.
Yeah.
From a
soft drink
massive company. Yes, soft drink company. Poison company.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll take
that.
But
they often get involved in these projects and I think it's great because often the results that come out of these Red Bull, I mean, Chris Benny's worked with Red Bull. They drove a Red Bull F1 in a stunt plane up the Great Ocean Road.
Mm-hmm.
That must have cost an absolute fortune to do.
Yeah.
But I love they're really invested in this sort of the photography and videography of extreme sports and extreme moments in life. I think it's really cool.
I love it.
Because they're documenting like the extremes of human endeavor, aren't they?
They really have built their entire company around poisoning people and people pushing the limits of what's possible with the human body and machines. And and the spectacle.
But what's interesting is we don't tend to blur. We don't blur that line between poison and creativity. Like we almost see them as two separate brands.
Mm-hmm.
When I think about Red Bull,
the media,
given what we know, I think about the media stuff. I think about these sorts of photos and these projects, and I don't think about the poison that they're feeding our children.
Hey, I mean, get away with it. I don't think Red Bull shouldn't exist. Don't get me wrong. Just drink responsibly. Once when I was a kid, I had 9 energy drinks. One night when I was a young whippersnapper, we thought it would be funny to drink lots of them. I thought I was going to have a heart attack.
Yeah,
I could feel my heartbeat in my head, and it was fast. And I was like, I don't feel right.
Guys, I can feel it in my eyes now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that when I was in uni, having no-dos and buying coffee, going to 7-Eleven and buying coffee, and might have been Red Bull. It was a really early energy drink. It was a very long time ago. But yeah, you just start feeling weird things in weird places.
Yeah. Dennis says, Red Bull, they were amazing to me. Bloody light painting. Who would have thought? Yeah, that's what's cool. It's like they'll pop up and do stuff. Like I remember I used to be into this sport called wake skating. It was skateboarding on water. Very niche. And Red Bull did this whole project where they were going around the country, and they made this amazing video of guys wake skating on a cranberry bog. Do you know what a cranberry bog is?
No.
So it's that when they harvest cranberries, they flood the paddock that they're in to maybe say 30 centimeters of water or something like that. They go through and harvest them, so it doesn't damage them. And because they float to the top of the water. And so they'll do that. And okay, so look, we're here now. I have to show you.
We're going deep, people. We're going very deep.
This is why it's our podcast. We do it. we can bring up cranberry bog wake skating if we want. Here we go. Oh, heck yeah. Let me just bring this up. I wonder if anyone else knows that this is how cranberries are farmed. So I'll skip through a bit. Otherwise, they'll probably get in a lot of trouble. But I'll lose. I'm sure Red Bull are great on the old copyrights on YouTube's. So they get these machines, these cranberry bog machiney things. And so that's it before the cranberries have come up, and see them popping up as he drives through. And they float to the surface. So he's harvesting them from the bottom of these bogs, and then they float up.
So cool.
And then it slowly fills up, and then they gather them up like this from the top of the surface. But it's this rich, like maroney red color, and such a amazing like type of farming. So that's them under the water, and then because they float.
Wow.
Now, what Red Bull did was arrange for Brian Grubb, a wake skater and Red Bull athlete, and another guy, Ben Horan, this is really great to watch the actual video to get the way they've put it together, but we can't play more than 7 seconds or Red Bull will sack us. But when you take a wake skate and you put it on top of the cranberry bog, you get this explosion of color and shapes. Because
how is that propelled though?
He's getting towed by a winch with a big long rope. I used to have one. So instead of a boat,
of course you did.
You have like a 200-meter rope, and it just reels it in at about 35 k's an hour.
Wow.
So it's
carving it up.
And just that, so Red Bull just would fund things like this, ideas that I guess people would pitch them on.
Yeah.
That are like they're half an athletic thing and they're half an artistic thing, because some videographer probably, along with the athletes, had to come up with this, this idea.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. So they do a lot of cool stuff. I'm sure they do a lot of evil stuff too. No idea.
Yeah.
Anyway, we should probably get back to the show.
All right.
Anyway, cranberries.
Cranberries. There you go, folks. Heard it here first.
You heard it here first. That's how you farm a cranberry.
And then skate on it.
And then wakeskate on it. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, indeed.
Do we go back to some images? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, let's go back to some images. We still got a few to get through.
Yeah.
Because folks have been sending in quality images. We're off to Paul. Paul C. One image.
Let me bring it up.
G'day, guys. Just a quick iPhone edit from the weekend up at the Gold Coast Air Show. When thousands of people are all taking photos of the same thing at the same time, it can be a challenge to find something different. This is my take on an F-35 Lightning doing its display. No shortage of detail with this lens, so I can confirm all blurry shots are 100% operator error. Cheers, Paul. This was shot with the R5 100 and the R5 with the 100 to 500 at 500 mil, f8, ISO 640 and 1/3200th of a second.
Very nice.
That is
great
so
lens.
cool.
Great lens. Hopefully
Yeah.
I can get to something like this one day to take some photos with my 100 to 500. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Try
Well, when's
an
the
air
Avalon
show.
Air Show coming back?
I don't know.
Is that still a thing?
I have no idea. I'll look into it. I'll look into it for the future.
All right.
But yeah, love it. There's so much detail in there. To get up
Yeah.
close to something that's moving so quick
Yeah.
is pretty cool.
Crazy
Lucinda
mission.
says next year.
Oh, thanks. Okay. Something to work towards, maybe.
Yeah. Maybe
I'll
we
borrow
do
that 100 to 500 off Tamron again.
Yeah, we could do a camera life meetup at the air show
Ooh, next year.
for all you long
All right.
lens crazies in the
Yep.
audience that are in Victoria. We'll see.
Yeah,
Apparently,
that'd
it's
be
every 2 years, which is biannual.
cool. It is.
Unless that's also 6 monthly, and there's no way of knowing.
Have you ever been to one before, Jay?
The air show when I was younger, once. Yeah.
I went to one in my 20s with a friend, and we had film cameras back then. And we went and borrowed a bunch of gear from the school
That'd be fun.
camera library. Yeah, it was fun. It was good. And because my friend's dad, he worked for some engineering company that made a aircraft part, so he had all these really cool passes, and so we had like press passes. We had access to the VIP tent. We were just these pair of shithead 21-year-olds, thinking we were hot shit.
You were hot shit. You had press
Yeah, well,
passes.
we were. Yeah, we did. Yeah, that's true. It was funny though.
David
That's a great
Skinner
job.
says the vertical tails on that are made in Moorabbin. Is that true?
Yeah,
On
there
this
are some parts
this
made around
plane?
Australia.
Wow.
Well, they used to make the Hornets, the FA-18s, over in, or at least parts of them, in Melbourne, out near the Westgate.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, they did. I don't know if that facility is still there, but they used to be there. It used to be a big aerospace company.
Wow. Oh,
David
David
Skinner
Skinner worked there.
There you
Okay.
go.
Well, he would know.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Mm.
Tweak says it was my first time at the Gold Coast Air Show this year. Had a blast.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, early next year.
Yeah, 23rd to 28th of Feb 27 is the Avalon Air Show.
Well, I mean, if we're not going to Japan for CP Plus, we should definitely go to Avalon.
It's one or the other. Which
Yeah.
Avalon's the consolation prize. We're not going to Japan.
Oh dear. Who we got next?
Only
We
you
have
know.
Phil Thompson. One image.
Oh, yes.
You got it?
There it is.
Hey, Justin Greg. Touches my image for tonight's podcast, something a bit different. A bird's eye view of the Minya, Minya. I haven't been out with the drone for a long time, so Saturday I headed to the Minya Winery near Torquay, as I have permission to go on pretty much any time I wish. Is that because you buy so much wine? Is that a terrible question to ask? Might be. Sorry. With the rain that we had here earlier in the week, it filled up Thompson's Creek and the Billabong on the winery, even flooding the little bridge across the accommodation on the island. The creek snakes its way through to the ocean, entering between Breamley and Point Impossible Surf Beach, which is at the top of the image.
Mm.
Oh, wow.
You can see the break up there, right up. See,
you've done it again.
This thing is doing weird stuff. You can see it right there.
Touch anything. As always, thanks for all that the show is and this platform for us photographers. DJI Mini 3 Pro, in terms of settings, 1/80th of a second shutter speed, aperture f1.7 with an ND filter, ISO 100. Excuse me. Oh, there's the yawn. 9 o'clock on the dot, he starts yawning.
Every time. I didn't know this sort of waterway was down there. I love this.
Yeah.
I'm learning so much.
And you can see all these little pockets of water traveling up towards the horizon because it got pounded with rain.
Yeah, you got tons of everything's just saturated, and you can see how that bridge is. Yeah, it's tons of detail. Great. That little drone does great work.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Sometimes this is something that gets lost a little bit in the world of I don't know what you would call it, artistic photography or whatever, is that sometimes photos are just amazing to document something that doesn't happen that often that we might want to look back at, you know? Like this is that time on this year when we got so much rain that all of this was full. And it's an important time to get your cameras out when stuff like that happens that might not happen again or might not happen for decades or something like that. Yeah. And you can look back.
That's kind of my mantra, isn't it? It's about, photograph what is before it becomes what was.
Exactly. But not like you're sort of doing it very regularly. So it's more like a continuous living, evolving documentary. But I mean, even the simple thing of like, oh, wow, this never happens. I should get my camera out. This is something, something weird. A tree fell down. Or, I don't know, like just that kind of old school reason that people would take a photo just because something weird happened or something, big happened or I don't know. That's just.
Well, I think it's where we play that part. We all play that part at some stage of the photojournalist. We document stuff that most people don't see. We document stuff that's rare. We document stuff that's, maybe newsworthy is not the right term, but fascinating and interesting and all of those things.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be newsworthy or it could just be, just sort of like, this is an odd thing. Yeah. Yeah. Question about an airfield in the image, but no, it's not an airfield. The Torquay airfield is close.
All right. Batter up, Philip Johnson with 2 images tonight. Greetings, Justin and Greg. 2 images from a recent trip west of the Blue Mountains is a valley called the Cape Tree. It's supposedly wider than the Grand Canyon, and it's a magic place to visit. It's called the Gardens of Stone National Park. Here are 2 images. Shot on the A7 Mark IV, Sony 70-200, 2.8, shot at 200 mil.
Look at those trees growing out of the cliffs.
Yeah.
That big formation.
Wonderful framing, Philip.
That big crack. Yeah, that's a great choice. Yeah. I think having the trees in there on one side, the big crack straight down the center, the color through the middle. Yeah. And then, it's kind of all framed by the darker.
Yeah. It really snaps the frame in half quite effectively too. And wow.
This gives you a lot of context about the spot.
Yeah.
But I think that I prefer this image if I was to pick a favorite out of the 2. This is just, I don't know, there's something special about this.
Yeah, there is, isn't there? Print it.
You print it. I wonder what size those trees are.
That's beautiful. A couple of lovely comments from David Skinner. Wow, Phil, epic. From Phil Thompson's great color contrast and the tree against the harsh stone. Yeah, I agree. it's just a beautiful selection of the frame that you've chosen. You know, like you've had this massive cliff face, and you've really found a sweet spot and framed it up beautifully. Well done.
Yep, great work.
Yep, there's that jet again.
It's just moving around.
Up next, we have Lucinda Goodwin with 2 images. Hey gang, a couple of images from the weekend. I was lucky enough to document the first show in a brand new venue here in Geelong called Church. It's an old bluestone church that has now been converted into a live music space. It was kind of thrilling to navigate a new venue and find the angles. I'm back here this Saturday, so I'm excited to document more shows.
That's a cool venue.
That's great. Look at that.
Yeah. The
wow,
grungy black and white look, and it's great lighting for a small venue in terms of what you've done with it. I don't know what it was like, but how you've managed to capture this, like getting some light on people's faces on the right hand side of the image, and but then the band themselves are really sort of lit up. It looks like a sort of a well set up little venue, but I'd be interested to know if it was a nightmare or if it was actually great. This is awesome as well. The colourful one separating out the singer.
Yeah, that's really clever. Lucinda's gone on to add that it is part of the Geelong Arts Centre. So good tech spec. Okay.
Yeah.
They've got money. Lucinda put some other images up, I think, of this venue. And when I first saw them, I thought it was Chapel Off Chapel, which is just around the corner here. They sometimes use that as a band space. And that is also an old bluestone church. Okay. But yeah, no, this is crazy. This is so good.
And Lucinda says that this effect on this image, the blurring, was done in camera with a ghost filter. I don't even know what a ghost filter is. I assumed a ghost filter would be something you would put on if you need to try and avoid capturing a ghost while shooting a haunted house, like for real estate or something.
I would have thought it was the other way around, that you wanted to capture a ghost, so you had to have the special ghost filter.
No, see, I thought when you normally, like if you put a red filter on a camera, doesn't that bring out the blues and it blocks the reds?
I don't know.
I can't remember. So I assumed that if you were to put a ghost filter on, you would be trying to block out any potential ghosts that might show up in your image, thus making it harder to sell your house on realestate.com.au.
Dickhead.
Sorry, okay. It's like we should get to the end of this show rapidly.
Justin losing it, folks. He's been up since 4 o'clock with that puppy.
Yep. Lucinda says there probably are some ghosts in here.
There probably are.
It is an old church.
It's a very old church.
Great shots. Thanks for sending them in. Epic as always.
Yeah, I love that. Print that one for sure. Print them both. Fuck it. But that one there is just gorgeous. I love it. It's got this timeless feel to it, you know?
Very cool. It sure does.
Sorry for dropping the F-bomb, everyone.
One tiny bit of feedback, Lucinda, and you probably already know, or maybe it's only because of the size that this got exported at. But I can see on my computer a little bit of, if it wouldn't keep skipping images, a tiny bit of artifacting and noise that my R5 Mark II gets when it tries to push the corners up from profile corrections. So, and it can get real noisy, and I often pull the profile corrections down if I've shot high ISO images, because you can see in these corners, and I could be way wrong. You might have done this for creative effect, or this might, I don't know. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I've seen this happen on some of my highest ISO, particularly black and whites, when it adds the profile correction on. You don't see it in Lightroom. You don't see it until you export.
Wow, really?
It's really weird. No, you won't notice it in Lightroom in the way it renders the raw, but it's like if you export it, especially at like an online size or whatever, it's like, oh my gosh, what is this software doing to me tonight? I think I'm going to ditch this Phoenix Slides. It was great for a while, and then it got really bad. But yeah, when you view the image, I can't zoom in on it. Anyway, in the corners, you just get this noise showing through, and I often either add a bit of vignetting back or just decrease the profile correction just to make sure that I haven't pushed the shadows too much in the corners and end up with that sort of white-looking noise.
Yep.
Yeah, you'll be able to, I mean, just pull the profile correction, the vignetting correction down in under profile corrections. Don't leave it at its standard. And obviously it's going to add some natural vignetting, but it'll darken off those corners and stop that from happening. Yeah, bugs me all the time.
Nice work.
One of the very small things that is not ideal about the R5 Mark II and much better on the R3 doesn't happen anywhere near as much.
Good pickup, boss.
Yeah, well, I've shot a lot of high ISO on R5 Mark II enough to, and then exported them as JPEGs and going, oh no, what have I done? Yeah. You won't see it until after the export, and then you'll be like, what the hell? Yeah, definitely. And that's another reason, always have a quick check of files before you send them to clients or whatever, because things happen when you export that don't necessarily render in the Lightroom viewer. And and then when you check them later on, and then it happens again too sometimes when you put stuff onto social media and it goes through that compression algorithm, you see changes again, banding and stuff like that. So,
yeah. All right.
Lovely.
Great work, Lucinda. Up next, we have David Skinner with one image. Good evening, everyone. This photo taken a couple of afternoons ago while we still had the broken river near us in flood, but not dramatically so. I needed some better light, but hey, you work with what you get. This was taken on the Nikon Z7 Mark II. Nikkor 24-120 at 102mm, f6.3 and ISO 400. It was getting a tad dark as the sun under cloud got lower. I hope for some low sun color if it broke through, but alas, no. The river has receded a bit more now, but since moving here in October last year, this is the first time I've seen it flowing. There are plenty of walking, cycling tracks along this river and beautiful gums and wattles. Plenty of opportunities for different times of day and other weather conditions. Cheers for now, David. Excuse me.
I love the framing of the yellow wattle at the back, reflecting on the water.
Yeah.
I would have even depends what option you had. I would have even contemplated seeing that even tighter in on that yellow. Don't know. But yeah, beautiful choice, making that the center focal point.
Yeah. And because of the reflection, it's just got this beautiful verticality to it. Yeah, beautiful. I love that. Yeah, I love that pop of yellow in the middle.
Yes. Yeah, nice crop of the trees too. Not trying to get too much in because you'd lose the sort of the pop of yellow if you went too wide.
Yep.
And good choice to get your camera out during an event that doesn't always happen. Just like, see?
There you go.
Memories.
There you go. Yeah, and so it was foretold. Up next is Neville Clark. We have a look at Neville's image. The Neville. Surprisingly, Neville has been, on this occasion, a man of few words, which is not his natural stance. Pemberton, Western Australia, a moment to just reflect. Where's the image, Jay?
It's Phoenix Slides. I'm sorry, you're out. This is the last week I'm using Phoenix Slides. It just does what it wants now.
Fuji GFX 100S Mark II, GF 100-200 with a Nissi CPL, ISO 800, f14 and 105 of a 105. I don't know how to say that anymore. The words have left me. But when Nev shot this image through earlier today, I just stared at it for the longest time. It's just so peaceful.
It is peaceful. You know what's interesting? That there's that little bit of water in the middle that is disturbed, so it's catching the wind. And I wonder, like, would it look worse without that? obviously you would get a smoother reflection all the way through, but is it adding an element of interest to this photo that without it, it sort of wouldn't be balanced or something? I don't know.
I think the break in the water helps you to then identify where the horizon line is, or the shoreline in this case. Because otherwise it could almost blend too seamlessly. But that break in the water halfway through the foreground really kind of brings your eye back to kind of leveling.
Gives you a sense of depth and scale as well.
Yeah.
It's like of distance. Yeah.
Yeah. And the contrast is just staggering. Like it's just, there's something really compelling about this frame. Like it's organic, but it's also, there's this darkness.
Yeah.
There's a lot of conflict going on.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of mystery and not necessarily just a pretty picture about it, a little bit of, like it could be a scene in a movie that's about to have some, they're kayaking down this river, but they don't realize that guy of that movie that goes, is following them. What's that? What's that?
Who's that?
Oh, you've seen it, yeah.
I was thinking of Anaconda, but no. What's that?
No.
What noise does he make, Jay?
Rah. What's with that awesome song? Oh, the movie is so
really
good. Someone, Lucinda will put it in there. Someone, you must have watched it. You must have watched that movie. It's a recent Australian horror movie.
Oh, like Wolf Creek kind of thing?
Yeah, but new.
I don't like horror.
Recent Australian horror with kayaker. No, that's not it.
Oh, not the one with Charlize Theron?
Yeah.
And the Aussie guy.
Yes.
He's a psycho.
That one. Apex.
Yeah, I don't know what. Oh, there you go. That's right.
You haven't watched it?
No, I don't like those sorts of movies.
You got to watch it just for the I don't know. the scene where she finds out that he's a bad guy is so good.
Yeah.
The chat will know, surely. Surely I'm not the only one that's watched that mega popular movie. Anyway, this could be a scene from that.
Me. Beautiful shot, Nev.
Beautiful shot, Nev. I love it. It's awesome to see stuff that is beautiful, but also obviously you take epic sunrise, sunset, drone,
seascape.
beach, seascape photos, and it's nice to see you tackle something that's probably not as easy. I don't know what the right word is. Like it's not inherently just like, wow, what a magical sunset, and you're able to bring out something beautiful in the scene and something completely different.
But it's also indicative of, I think Nev's got a range.
Exactly.
And he's still relatively new at this, and he keeps exploring these new areas and new opportunities. I think it's a beautiful shot. And Philip Johnson says that Apex was shot in the Blue Mountains.
That's a good reason for you to watch it, Greg. Check out Philip Johnson's neighborhood.
Backyard.
You get a bit of a backyard view of what it's like.
I'll look out for that, Justin. Thank you. I'll add it to my watch list.
Okay.
Let's move along. Richard Mail is up next. Thank you, Nev, once again. Oof. Hey, guys. I thought I'd reach back into the archives for this week's photo. You already know I'm a portrait guy, so here's another subgenre I love to shoot, which is dance. This shoot was held at my sister-in-law's dance studio at night. That's her in the photo. Oh, I lost my headphones. The lights were all turned off, rendering the studio pitch black. The only light in the entire room was the 2 ice lights that were held and controlled by the dancer. Oh, wow. That's clever.
Do you remember the ice light, Greg?
No.
Who invented it?
Dennis Smith.
No. He probably built something similar.
Jerry Jonas.
But, yes, that's the Jerry Jonas ice light. And that was the tube light before tube lights were a thing.
There you go. Good on him.
And great use of two of them. Beautiful.
Yeah, two of them. We had music playing and they moved how they wanted, and I grabbed the moments as I saw them. This is a favorite from the night. This was shot on a Nikon D4S, Nikkor 7200 2.8 at 70 mil, 1/320th of a second at 2.8, ISO 4000, taken at 10:30 at night. Thanks for taking a look, Richard Mail.
Beautiful, beautiful and mysterious. Yeah. I think mysterious because you can't, like, there's so much shadow. You can't see the eyes. You can't see, the other leg. Like it's just that element of mystery, but also a tricky thing to tackle where your subject has to hold the lights. So you're sort of directing the lighting, but you're not ultimately in control of it. They are.
No. You've just got to be ready to capture the moment that gets lit. And, when you step back from it a bit, and maybe this is just because my eyesight is terrible, you've got this beautiful negative space and just these slender lines of light that are organic because they're limbs and muscles, and it's just beautiful.
Yeah. Great thing to tackle. Great project.
Yeah. Amazing. Well done.
Awesome use of the ice light. Jerry Jonas. If you haven't watched that interview, well worth it.
Oh, yeah.
Tweak Production says she looks like a jewelry box ballerina. Yeah, exactly. Like it would just spin around to that music in exactly that pose. Yeah. Great comments from everybody. Who we got left?
We only got one to go, and that's Rick Nelson.
Rick Nelson.
Oh, all right. Hello, Greg and Justin. Sent to the new email, and Justin's, just in case I got it wrong. We'll remind you of the correct email in just a minute, folks. But last night I saw Venus shining bright next to the waxing crescent moon with a heap of earth shine on the bottom. I set my Lumix X5 Mark II to 1/4 of a second, f6.3, ISO 1250. At 400 millimeters, and here it is. I exposed the dark part of the moon to get more of the glow. Did some star trails also, may share later. This was just from my backyard while hanging laundry. Thanks for the show each week.
Wow. Way to make hanging laundry fun.
I know. I'm just going out to do the laundry, dear.
2 hours later.
4 hours later. Yeah.
Oh, that's, Gosh, taking photos of planets and moons and stuff is fun.
Yeah, there's a lot of that last week because there's a whole bunch of planets in alignment too.
Oh, was there?
At the same time as the solar eclipse, I think. I might be wrong with that. Some of you stargazers can fill in the details, but I'm pretty sure there was a bunch of planets that were in alignment. It was one of these rare, once, however many years kind of thing that happened.
Yeah. Love seeing some stars in this shot too. Often, obviously, when you try and expose for the moon, especially if you zoomed right in, you don't have Venus in there as well. You just end up with sort of dark black background.
Yeah.
Very fun.
Rick Nelson says, so much astronomical stuff seems to be happening lately. There is a lot, and there's been a lot of earthquakes, and I wonder if they're related.
It's possible.
There's been a lot of earthquakes. Terrible.
Yes. Yep. Some near Indonesia.
Yeah. Japan, Indonesia, South America.
Mm-hmm. One final one.
What have you got? This one of yours.
Sent in by Nathan. The email subject was dogs rule, cats drool. And I agree. Sometimes cats do drool. And these are the dog bow tie photos that he was talking about for school photos. Oh, that's hilarious.
That is beautiful.
So funny.
So are they service dogs or are they? They must be. Why would unless they bring a pet for a photo day?
Yeah, look at that behind the scenes shot.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Maybe you need props for your dogs in your studio when you set it up, Jay. Get some little top hats and maybe little monocles, maybe.
Don't know. I'm excited. Excited to have a little studio set up for some pooches.
Well, it won't be long.
Pet photography awards got me excited. I don't have the creative ideas that they all have, though. You know, those next level. I just want to take photos of pooches. They don't have to be, the most insane photos.
Yeah,
so.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, thank you, everybody, for sending in your images. This is a segment that we host every Monday night here on the Camera Life podcast, Random Photography Show. And, of course, we go live at 7:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. But if that isn't enough for you and you want to get your photography geek on even more, every Thursday morning, 9 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, we host the Camera Life podcast where we interview an amazing photographer. Could be Australian, could be a global star. You never know. We've had some pretty big names on recently, but we also love celebrating the people that are up and coming, which makes us the best photography podcast in the world.
Yeah, we must be.
It's got to be, surely.
As ranked by us.
And for them to send us that the plaque with the YouTube logo and our first whatever number and the checks will come rolling in soon, I'm sure.
Eventually.
But yeah, if you want to send images, send the images to the Camera Life podcast at luckystraps.com.au.
No.
Send in your image.
No.
Or just .com.
Just the Camera Life at luckystraps.com.au. Not the
That's
Camera
what I
Life
said.
podcast. No, you said the Camera Life podcast.
Ah, sorry.
Don't
folks.
send it to that. It won't go. It won't go anywhere. Send it to the Camera Life at luckystraps.com.au. I know it's a bit, we're working on it, but the email works the best for now. The Camera Life at luckystraps.com.au. Send us your images. Just one. Tell us about it. Two, if you've got like a black and white or color question or a this edit, that edit, this crop, that crop, or which of these two images should I submit to a competition? As if we'd know, but we'll give you our opinion. Send them in. We'd love to see them. If you've got a great sequence you've been working on, a set of images, that's what I like to do, sets. Send that in too. But we only really have time to show one or two of them a week. But if you send in just one image, everyone's image gets shown. We don't just pick the best ones or whatever. If you send it in, we'll bring it up and we'll check it out. So that's the Camera Life at luckystraps.com.au. Speaking of Lucky Straps, if you want to buy one, just go to luckystraps.com, use code Greg. They're amazing. Best camera straps in the world. Leather, made here in Australia. Quick release system, leaves nothing on your camera. Anti-theft, cut-resistant webbing, locking quick release system. The finest, most comfortable straps on the market.
Some would say sexy.
Yeah, maybe.
Stylish. Eternal. All those things.
Oh, yeah, Tweak's image never came through. It says, try resending the pic. Hopefully it comes through for next week. Yeah, it's still not. It's still not coming through.
I'll let you know.
Let's work it out over the next week and figure out if something's going wrong with the email address or something. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll check it out. Sorry, guys. But yeah, don't forget this coming Thursday. Let me just scroll all the way back to the top of my running sheet because we had so many photos. This coming Thursday, we are joined by Thomas William Forbes. Thomas is a local Melbourne photographer with a really fascinating story to tell. And he also runs a Instagram account because he loves photographing Melbourne trams. Who doesn't love a Melbourne tram? I love Melbourne trams. What about you, Justin? You've got trams in Bendigo, haven't you? Isn't there one?
We do. I think there's only one that just cruises around, takes some visitors from like here to there. That's right. The talking tram, you know? Yep.
Nice.
Not like Melbourne ones. They're not actually for commuting.
No, more of a touristy thing, yeah? Yeah. Anyway, so that's on Thursday. Next Monday, we have a very special random photography show planned for you. In fact, it's going to be a BFOP special. All going well.
Yeah.
Matt, Nick, and CJ will be joining us for a chat about everything coming up for BFOP 2026. we hope to kind of pluck some details out of them about what they've got planned. And so hopefully that's all planned for.
Shoot. What? We should have mentioned earlier in the show while everyone was still here. That means we can't do the Your Images section next week, can we?
No, we still can. They can just help us judge. Help us talk. Maybe.
We'll have to figure it out. We'll email people if it's not, because otherwise we'll just have to push them to the next week. But that'll be okay. Yeah. We'll figure it out. it out.
All right.
We'll
Sorry, folks.
Sorry, we're just figuring things out on the fly here.
Yeah. This is the first Justin's heard of this. So, well, you were in Africa when I organised it. So,
that's right.
To be fair.
That's right.
Matt doesn't even know about it yet, but he's coming on the podcast. So there'll be Matt Crummins, Nick Fletcher, and Clarissa, CJ.
Yeah, be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think that's about it. I think we're ready to say farewell. It's early.
Well, still half an hour longer than the show's scheduled to go for, but it's earlier than normal. All right. Should we call it?
We should call it, indeed.
Philip Johnson says, thanks, gents. Night all until Thursday. Paul says good night. Everyone says good night. Ooh, yeah. Greg Stubbing says, I agree. Great straps. I own 6 of them. How cool.
Wow.
That's awesome. Who else? Greg Carrick. You can tune into his radio show probably right now. 10:30.
Yarra Valley
John Latimer. Thank you. Richard Mail. Off to find next week's photo. Yes, find it, but we may not show it until the week after. We're not sure. Shabit
we'll let you know.
Thank you. Tweak Productions. Thanks for sending your photo in. Sorry we couldn't find it. David Skinner. Greg Carrick says, click that like button. Yeah, please do. Please do. Actually, even better, if you've got a friend who's a photographer, tell them about the show. Get them to send a photo in. Get them involved. Yeah. Let's grow this thing. Rick Nelson says, dogs have humans as owners. Cats has humans as pets. And that's why dogs are better. I'm glad we settled this debate once and for all.
Well, I don't think that's a settle. I think that's just an opinion. Nothing is settled.
Look, and with that, good night, Rick Nelson. Good night, Robert Varner. Good night, Felicity Johnson. John Latimer, I send in one, but save it for whenever next time. We'll go searching for it. I don't know what's happened. Anyway, we'll catch you on the next one. Hooroo.
See you guys. Be safe.
Toodles.